What it is, Montano Peace and Grease here, and we have a new tactical alert up this weekend called Dog Days. So let's talk about it here and figure out whether it's something you want to do or not. Now, basically Dog Days is just like an arena match in which you have to get as more executioner kills than they have, and that's how you win the match when time is up. By completing the first mission of this type, you will end up with the Redeemer Abiso skin and 50,000 credits. The second type match, you will get 50,000 credits and the Hydroid Captura scene. Then the third match, you will get the Hydroid Reprise Noggle and 50,000 credits. And finally, for the fourth mission type, you're going to get an Orokin reactor, and the Stratos emblem. Now, you mistakenly assume that, okay, well, I just run these 4 matches, and I'm done. I get the awards, and it's over. Not quite. Because upon completing these matches, you will be given a new type of currency called Nikak Pearls. Now, most of you already know, well, Nikak's name in the very beginning of it, that these are going to be tradable to Nikak. And you'd be correct. Nikak now has a series of offerings under the heading of Beach Toys that you can trade these pearls for. She has emblems, sigils, mods, floofs, Captura scene, color palette, you name it. So let's go take a look really quickly at what she has to offer, and maybe it will interest you. So when you complete the first match successfully, you get 10 pearls. The second match, you get 20 pearls. Third match, you get 30 pearls. And finally, the fourth match, you get 50 pearls. So, if you're wanting to farm these pearls, the best way to go about doing so would be to run the fourth match over and over again with the squad. Now, you're probably wondering, but wait a minute, Peace. Why would I need to farm these pearls? Well, I think you're going to be shocked at the cost of some of these items. It's going to cost you 1,000 pearls. If it's going to load. Apparently there's a lot of traffic. That's going to cost you 1,000 pearls. A sigil, which is going to cost you 600. Beach ball floofs, which are going to cost you in the neighborhood of 300 up to 500 pearls. Mods at 200 pearls. An emblem at 150 pearls, and a color palette at 100 pearls. So, if you're wanting any of these items, yeah, you're going to have to farm them pearls. It's just how it goes. Now, I will tell you that if you like hammers and you are a fan of the Jack-a-Dag, I can tell you that the Vulcan Blitz has always historically been a very difficult mod, weapon augment, I should say, to farm. It just has a very low drop rate. Unfortunately, they don't sell for a huge amount because there aren't an absolute butt ton of people out there running it, although the Jack-a-Dag is very good. So, this is your chance to pick up Vulcan Blitz if you happen to want it. So, these are all the items you can get. Maybe there's something there you're interested in, maybe not. It's up to you. Bottom line, though, you're going to have to be doing some farming for pearls for a lot of these items. You're probably going to ask the question, Peace, what type of loadout should I bring into this match? Well, this isn't a typical match, so most of your loadout is pretty much null and void. For example, companions don't matter. It doesn't matter what companion you equip, you're not going to get to utilize them. Weapons doesn't matter. Because whatever loadout you happen to equip concerning weapons, you're not going to get to use them. You only have a squirt gun, and that is all that you have. And that is all you'll be able to use. So let's get to Warframes. Now, you're probably assuming, well, if I can't use companions and I can't use weapons, I'm supposed to use Warframe and Warframe abilities. Not exactly. Warframe abilities are disabled. You don't get them. Furthermore, the Warframe doesn't really matter. If you use a squishy frame like Loki, for example, you get 100 health. If you use a tanky frame like Inaris, you get 100 health. Regardless of the frame you run, you're going to get 100 health. Shield mods, armor mods, health mods, none of those will have impact. You get 100 health, that's all you get. Furthermore, augments don't have any impact. But with all of those things said, there are some mods that do have an impact, and those are sprint speed mods. This is why I have my Bimbo out here, because I have a specific speed build for my Bimbo, which gives my Bimbo about a 1.7 or over 1.7 sprint speed. So it makes him pretty doggone quick. But you can take any frame and put any speed mods you want on them and get a speed build. And they do have a impact in this event. I recommend don't aim down sights, just as fast as you can, blaze across the map, start gunning down any of the executioners, and just keep running past them. Don't stop, don't look back. Make sure you pump up the squirt gun and then circle back around and then take out the next one. I use kind of a, I guess you could call it a fighter plane tactic, where you kind of dive bomb in, shoot them up, and then fly away and then circle back around and rinse and repeat. That's how I personally went about doing it. But any frame with speed mods would work. In fact, there are some there are some frames that actually can have a much higher sprint speed than 1.7, like my Speed Bimbo build here, and those work really well. Okay, so a couple words of warning here, one of which we've already talked about. First, the costs in relation to pearls is pretty steep on some of these items. All right. So fair warning there. I don't want you guys and gals thinking that you're going to run this mission one time and take 10 pearls and buy something. Yeah, not going to happen. As I showed you, there are some items that are going to cost you 1,000 pearls. And if you're only getting 50 pearls per run of the 4th match, yeah, do the math. It's going to take you quite a few runs to get to that 1,000 pearls. Aside from that, though, the other bit of warning I want to give you is right now, and I suspect it's because of all the traffic, it's very clunky. So be prepared for hit registration just not to count. For example, Executioner Goresh is probably going to have you raging. Mark my words. Let me know down in the comments section how many of you are going to rage at Executioner Goresh. You know, admit it. But I had several executioners shoot me through trees, shoot me through all different types of obstacles. But of course I couldn't shoot them, but they could shoot me. So it's extremely frustrating. But also be aware that sometimes, particularly I noticed with Executioner Goresh, sometimes hit registration is horrible. Like the shots just don't count. They just don't register on Goresh. But with all those things said, it is a lot of fun. It is enjoyable, and I did crack up overhearing Kella, her being drunk. It's you can't help but crack up. You can't help but laugh, because a lot of the times, the certain character like that is always this over-the-top, very serious character, and all of a sudden now they're drunk saying this outlandish stuff. It's funny. It's funny to hear. But bottom line, as much as this may aggravate you at times, it is fun, it is funny, and I think that's the whole point of it. So just try to have fun. But let me know down in the comment section what you think of this event. Are you enjoying it? Do you find it humorous? And until next time, peace and grace.